Hey guys, welcome back to another training video. I want to introduce a very special company today. It's called Z.co. And if you're an Amazon seller and you're looking to expand your business, you're looking to grow your business maybe in different marketplaces, different countries, this is a fantastic website, a fantastic company to deal with. They really help Amazon sellers or importers, exporters to expand in different marketplaces. I have the pleasure today to be talking to Justin Traeger. And before we jump into that, I just wanted to check out the website, Z.co, and fantastic business, been around for 7 to 8 years now. And I just want to say thank you to the founder of TechX and Z for joining us. I know you're very busy, Justin, and very good to have you guys and the team on today.
Thanks so much, Alex. We're very excited.
Awesome. I have a few questions here, Justin. Should I just fire away and jump right into it?
Go for it.
Awesome. Okay. And before we jump into that, I've been around for about 10 years in the import-export industry, and just looking at some of your website and what you've got in there, it sort of reminded me on I actually need sometimes possibly the usual services as well. I was looking at some of the points down here where it's easy. Where was it? It was like avoid the compliance obstacles, but I think maybe it was on our services where it was all about stuck shipments and customs seizing your products, which is a very scary thing as an importer or an Amazon seller. You don't want that dreaded phone call where customs call you and say, hey, you've got an issue here with documentation, or there's an issue, we can't deliver your stock. We're seizing it and potentially going to destroy it. It's a scary word, isn't it?
It sure is.
Well, the first question I've got for you is, I'll just stop sharing the website here. The first question I have for you is, what is an importer of record and how does it apply to Amazon FBA?
So essentially, Alex, an importer of record is the company that for the import in country's purposes is deemed to be the importer of the goods. They are the party that is responsible for the calculation of taxes, calculation of duties, settlement of all those taxes to the tax authorities, the correct classification of the goods that are being imported, the application for any permits or import licenses that are required, and they are the go-to person for any of the authorities in the destination country for any issue that they have with that import, whether it be misdeclarations of value, misclassifications of company codes, problems with the goods in country. That name, that importer that's mentioned there as the import of record, will be the go-to party for all local authorities in the destination country.
So it's a person responsible, right? The buck stops with them. If something goes wrong, they are the person that the customs contact, and it rests with them, right? Yeah, right.
Exactly.
Okay, awesome. And all right, well, that's good. That clears that up. If I have, so this is really for companies that have sort of VAT. If I have my own sort of EU VAT and the EORI number, why do I need an importer of record?
Okay, so that's a brilliant question. Essentially, every Amazon seller that wants to sell overseas will be required to have a VAT registration, a tax registration in the country that they're going to be selling in. That's a basic requirement. You can't get off the ground without that. and we do facilitate and help our clients to get those if they need that, though that's not our primary service. However, that's not enough for the tax authorities in the country to allow a person to import. If you could imagine that you were the German tax authority and you have an Australian seller who's got a German VAT number, but their directors all sit in Australia, all their employees are in Australia. There's a problem with that import. They want to know that they have somebody locally in Germany that they can knock on their door and phone them to sort it out, collect additional taxes, lay fines and penalties on. And the fact that you have a VAT number doesn't meet the bill for them. They insist, and this is the case in most import countries, the UK, in Europe, Japan, and other countries are cottoning on to do the same thing. They insist that the import of record must be a local established company with local established directors, so that they actually have a physical point of presence that they can go to should there be problems with the transaction. So having the VAT number gives you, or tax number, GST number, will give you the ability to transact in the country and to bill your clients with VAT, file returns, but it will not give you enough to allow you to import into the country. That you need to be proper local in order to import. And that's really where our business was born out of, companies which are set up as far as VAT and that type of compliance, they're organized. But the import leg is broken because they don't have a local entity, and will never have, because it will never be monetarily justifiable for them to invest that amount into the country and local infrastructure in order to facilitate the import. And so we allow them to basically piggyback off our infrastructure, which is worldwide. We have operations in 200 countries, and we take on the risks that they would take on with our local entity in that country.
Yeah, right. Okay. That's really interesting. Rather than, if I wanted to sell on Amazon Germany, rather than me setting up my own company over there and sorting out all the compliance and the red tape, I would just really just borrow you, or use your service, and you would be sort of you'd be facilitating that and making sure that I sort of tick all the boxes.
Exactly. So I think you get, besides the convenience of you not having to set it up, but you get access to the entire world of Amazon. In any place where you'd want to sell, you would come straight to Z, and we would give you the infrastructure that you need to set up in Europe, in the UK, in Japan, Singapore, America, Canada, wherever it would be that you would want to sell, Australia. We would have the expertise, because obviously we're the ones bearing the risk. We're able to classify your products for you properly, give you the right codes, know exactly the duties we're going to be liable for. So we bring to the table an incredible ease to going to market, but also amazing compliance that you'll have because of the years of experience we have in doing this, to make sure that we have first-time clearances, everything's declared at the right rate, there's no surprises for anybody.
I have a question for you. Why doesn't Amazon help you with this? Why you know, why doesn't Amazon help other people sort of facilitate or make this easier for you to get into other marketplaces?
Okay, so it's a brilliant question. Amazon do a fortune to assist their sellers, obviously, to get into local markets. For example, they have a service which allows you to apply for VAT registrations. They'll even do the filings for you. They've set up infrastructure for international deliveries. However, this leg of being an importer of record, throughout all their literature, they will tell you they will never take that on. It's the risk that's involved for them is just not worth it. That is not their expertise. And they sell themselves as a marketplace for your merchandise, not as the import of the actual merchandise. And so they will never bear the liability that we're prepared to take on in those transactions. And that's really what the need is there for.
Awesome. Okay. So we discussed Germany. What other countries is sort of Z based in that can help facilitate this and you know, set this up and for my Amazon sellers?
So we're set up in 200 countries around the world because we provide the service, obviously, not only for Amazon sellers, we do it for all e-commerce worldwide and other big infrastructure companies. But we provide it as far as Amazon goes. for your needs into every place where there's a fulfillment center. So USA, Canada, UK, all the pan-European
pretty much wherever
destinations.
Amazon is, you guys are set up there.
Exactly. So wherever
Fantastic.
you want to be with Amazon, we can take you. That's our goal.
That's incredible. That's really incredible. And it's really just one company you're dealing with. Like, you're not dealing with, I mean, I've imported shipments before where you're dealing with one supplier, then you're talking to someone receiving like a 3PL or a receiving end, you're dealing with them. But here you're just dealing with one entity, which is you guys. And you guys are, I suppose, you kind of know where everything is, right? Where the shipments are, and it's you sort of take the headaches out of really expanding into different marketplaces.
Yeah, I think it's even better than being one entity. I think when you join with us and sign with us, you will have one contact who will be your point of contact. We have an app which you will get access to, which will be on your mobile phone or on your desktop, however you prefer, where literally every shipment, wherever it's going, whatever the issues are, you will have one person who will manage the entire thing. And not only the import compliance, we actually take care of the entire door-to-door process. So we will schedule pickups of your freight for you. We will manage the freight. We manage the in-country clearance through customs with our own dedicated brokers, ensure final delivery. It's a totally outsourced sleep easy service. That's what we like to. We said, you sleep easy, we do the work. And if you've got a problem, there's one person that you need to drop an SMS to, drop a WhatsApp to, email to, and we're dealing with it. And we're an incredible team.
That's awesome. That's really awesome. Yeah, there's been times, even myself, Justin, where I don't know where something is, and there's no one to call. You ask the supplier, and they're like, "Well, the tracking number says it's still at the port of Shenzhen, and we don't actually know where it is." And everyone puts their hand up, going, "Oh, so it's good." So you guys there's a little bit more accountability, and you guys can actually track where something is, and you've actually got a phone number that someone actually picks up the phone for, which is awesome.
And I think also just because we know our clients feel that pain, but when you would have a problem with a stuck shipment, let's say you ship with one of the couriers, everyone's the same. You go into a call center, you log in your airway bill number, you get to a call center operator who looks at a system. If we have our client, when they have a stuck shipment, we call customs. We have a broker who's in customs who goes to look at the goods, see what's wrong, speak to the customs official that's holding the goods there, sorts out the issue and gets it done.
To find out why. That's right.
We've had so much success signing on clients with stuck shipments, because when your shipment gets stuck, there is a way to unstuck it, but most people don't have access to the resources in the customs authorities to get them unstuck, get them understand what they need, get them the information they need, and then get the shipment through customs. And we have those relationships worldwide, and especially in the Amazon destinations, which is
awesome.
our speciality.
Fantastic. So who are Z's target sort of clients? Is there like a certain size that a seller has to be in order to use you guys?
No, not at all. We have no minimum, no maximum size clients. We're happy to service everybody. Anybody who's wanting to take that adventure of taking their local successful Amazon shop and opening it up to an international market, we want to be the gateway that you used to open that. So big and small, we service everybody.
Fantastic. What is the difference? So there's freight forwarders out there. Well, what is the difference between you and freight forwarders?
Okay, that's an excellent question. The way to separate them in your mind is as follows. Freight forwarders are responsible to move the goods. They're the airplane, they're the ship that's actually transporting the material. We are the compliance entity in country. So even if you have a freight forwarder or you have a courier that you're using, when the goods get transported by them into the destination country, they're going to need a local entity to import those goods through, whose name they're going to put into the documents, who's going to have verified the valuation of all the goods, the HS code classification, who's going to settle the taxes. Every courier needs us at the destination place to complete the transaction for themselves. And like Amazon, who will never take on this risk, most couriers are very reluctant to take on the risk of being the importer for the same reasons that Amazon wouldn't be. And so actually our biggest partners are the FedExes, DHLs, UPSs of the world, because they need us to complete their business, you know, and they want clients to be shipping internationally, and they don't want there to be a problem when the goods arrive, and so they need an importer of record service to complete the leg for them.
Awesome. One last question for you, Justin. What, in terms of being an importer of record, if someone wants to use sea freight, can they still use you?
100%. At the moment, let's answer that directly first. The way we run our sea freight business is that you guys will select your sea freight operator that you wish. We have no issues who you choose, whoever you wish to use. And then we appoint our own independent broker in country. So what would happen is your freight forwarder would transport the goods on their ship. And when the goods arrived in customs, they would hand over the paperwork to our specialist broker. And then we clear the goods using our brokerage service, and then your freight forwarder would be responsible then for final delivery of the goods into the Amazon service, or we can take responsibility of the final leg delivery as well. So that way, we created versatility for our clients, that they could choose whoever they wanted, but at the same time, we made sure that in the crucial leg, which is actually getting it through customs, we know we're dealing with an expert that we've used, you know, hundreds of times before, and that's going to get the customs filing correct. That's how we do that. We actually offer our own courier service, so we outsource it obviously to FedEx, UPS, DHL, but because of the huge volumes that we do with them, we have massive discounts which our clients could never have access to on their own. And so we actually provide our door-to-door service using a FedEx or a UPS for our clients, but at significantly reduced rates. So actually most of our clients, including the fees that they pay us to be the import of record, end up saving money.
Still works out cheaper. Yeah.
You know, because cheaper or around about then the same, because we're saving them on their freight in a huge way as well.
Yeah, that's awesome. If you can get volume discounting just because of the sheer volume that you're doing, that's incredible. So it's actually worthwhile people, you know, even just checking out what you guys are doing and getting quotes because of that discount.
100%.
Yeah,
we have some clients who are set up, who use us for the freight, even though they do have an entity and could do it theoretically on their own, but the deep discounts in our freight make it worthwhile just to use us everywhere, irrespective, you know, and they get the sleep easy feeling in their tummy that they know we're doing the compliance checks for them, making sure their classifications are correct. Yep. And they don't have anything to worry about.
Yeah, okay, and all boxes are ticked. That's fantastic. Well, that's really good. I've got some great news, guys. Also, that Justin and Z are actually offering for the first 3 months 50% off all freight, which is great. I love that. That was a bit of a surprise that I found out about half an hour ago. So that's really awesome, guys. So check it out. It got below this video. I'm going to be putting a few links linking to Z, but I just want to say thank you so much, Justin. I really appreciate your time jumping on today. I know you're a busy man, and thanks to the team at Z as well, and TechX for arranging this interview. It's very good to have you guys on board, and I hope to be sending quite a few clients your way. We need you.
Thanks so much, Alex. Thank you so much for the opportunity to speak, and we look forward to servicing your clients.
Awesome. All right, guys, take care. Talk to you real soon. Bye for now.
Yes.